I'm here with Kubota today, and they're also showing their range of mini loaders that are in the UK now. And we have a great range here of virtually a good representation of every model that they sell. There are high lift and higher capacity variants of these, but we've got a really good reflection of what's here. And I'm here with Colin from Kubota UK, and we're going to talk through each of the range.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Well, let's start off with the 105.
Yeah, so the 105, that's our telescopic machine, Ollie.
Yep.
And the idea of this is for basically getting into narrow places where you need to get loads, either to reach to get something or to get high up to tip a load where you've gone into a tight access, so into a stable, for example.
Yep.
This machine's got a lift height of 2.7 metres, and it's got a tipping load of 750 kg.
Okay, so on the forks then, I think you said to me it's about 500 kilos-ish on the fork, etc.
Around about half a tonne at a 500 load centre, yeah, that's right. So
that's quite comparable then to like the smaller Avant range, for example.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely.
And I guess whilst you've got auxiliaries on here, you could run a grab bucket or, or something like that. Yeah. Nothing high flow,
no,
but you know, it's a really compact solution, a sort of a typical articulated solution, a bit easier to get the hang of, and really good visibility by the look of it.
That's the key thing. Is the great thing about the whole articulator range that we have is that if you can get the front wheels in, the rest just follows. So you just focus on where you're going and look where you're going, and the rest just carries on behind you.
Cool. So nice little Kubota engine in it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And yeah, nice straightforward basic machine. I could see this being used in landscaping applications or, as you say, farming, getting into low buildings, etc.
Yes.
And only available with the canopy as
correct. That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nice high back seat. Looks easy enough to get on and off.
Yes.
Cool. So
great accessibility.
Where do we go from here then?
So next we go to our then conventional variant of this machine, which is the RT100. So pretty much the same as the 105, but because you haven't got as much metal, if you like, doing the lifting.
Yeah, in the telescopic boom.
Yes. It allows us to actually increase the rated or the tipping load of the machine. So this machine actually has a tipping load of a tonne.
Okay, that's
and yeah, just nearly 600 kg on the forks.
Okay, so you've got a good chance if you kept if you kept your bolt bag near the heel of the fork of being able to lift sort of bolt bags in with that. Yeah. But it'd be more than capable enough with a bucket on.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's great little compact solution.
And they look how wide are they? Doesn't look too wide. It looks just over a metre.
Just over a metre, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Neat little thing. And again, nice and simple and straightforward. So then we start jumping up to something. This is the sort of thing I've seen in Europe being used on roadworks, etc. Or a small builder's yard.
Yes.
This would be a great little yard machine, to be honest, this kind of size.
Absolutely. So I mean, it's pretty much a little bit more horsepower than the 100. You've got a bit more height in your tipping load. Capacity-wise, it's just over a tonne. Okay. So you've got that bit more capacity behind the machine.
Yep.
But yeah, then you've got the option, as you can see there, the foldable ROPS bar, which allows you to actually lower the ROPS bar if you want to go into a low building or something like that. And the great thing about the foldable ROPS is that it actually brings the ROPS frame within the confines of the machine when it's down. Okay.
Oh, right. So it's
a three-stage
it folds
pivot
at the top as well. I see.
So it folds at the top.
So this folds back.
Yep. Then you undo the two wing nuts and pins.
Yep.
And the whole thing folds back.
That's clever.
Yeah.
That is clever. Oh, I wish I wish that was a design that you got on dumpers, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a really good idea.
Yes.
You've still got that FOPS guard.
Yes.
But obviously canopy keeps the cost down and keeps a bit of weather off you.
And also again, some of these ROPS bars, people end up taking them off and putting them to one side, losing them, get run over, damaged, bent.
Has been known.
On this situation, it stays on the machine, so you always know where it is.
Okay, so and again, this machine here, it's at 1900 kilos, to be able to lift probably around the 800 kilo mark on forks.
Yes,
that's a lot of capacity for weight, really. And very, very easily towable. So No, nice. So then we move up again.
Move up again to the RT210.
The 210, yes.
So again, that gives you a little bit higher machine, but it allows us to be able to put a suspension seat on the machine, make it a little bit more comfortable for the operator.
Yep.
This machine then goes from, as you saw on the previous generations, it's hydrostatic drive on each wheel. These now come through into what we call a Carraro axle.
Yes.
Oil immersed brakes. So again, low maintenance costs. And these are, yeah, again, this particular machine, it's got a 2.8 metre placement height, tipping load of 1.5 tonne.
Yeah, that's getting more like it for capacity, really, isn't it?
Exactly.
And it looks like it's got a nice little tow hitch set up on the back here.
Yes, which is an option.
And we're in for 2.6 tonne there. So
yes.
That's, again, you know, that is still towable on most trailers.
And again, should you wish, you can have that machine with a cabin as well, which will come with a radio and heater.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want something that's an enclosed cabin, as we'll show you in a bit on the bigger machine,
yes,
that is available as well.
Very nice.
And it's the same for the smaller machine I just showed you on the 150. You can have
on the 150 you can have
yeah, 150 you can have a cab. So once you get to the 150 size and above, you can have them fixed canopy, foldable canopy, or fully glazed cab with heater and radio.
Very nice. Well, cup holder?
Absolutely.
You are like a cup holder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we're on to the 250.
So the 250 is just giving you that little bit more capacity and then getting into the realms of 2 tonne.
Okay.
So, and yeah, fantastic pieces of kit.
That's
real, and again, it just gives you that little bit more height. So that's a 3 metre placement height on that machine.
So we're lifting 3 metre, and is this the higher lift arms?
This is the higher lift
one
variant.
has?
Yes. Yeah.
So that gives you just that little bit more height. I guess you lose slightly on your breakout force and lifting for that.
Yeah.
So again, you configure it to be
the geometry. Yeah. So if you're happy placing things at 2.6 and you want to be able to pick up something heavier and be more compact, then we can offer a different geometry solution.
Yeah. Again, folding roll cage on this one. We've got a cab, and we're in for. This is gross vehicle weight of 3, shipping weight mass is 2.5. So that's still
that's road towable.
Actually road towable, yeah. Very nice. You see, this is, I guess, where these vehicles, I don't think they've been really appreciated that much in the UK. Not many people use them. Few builders' yards maybe, but you know, if you don't need the reach of a telehandler and that forward reach, this is going to be much better at loading aggregates and I guess it's designed with this frame.
Yes.
The way you're distributing this load down onto the axles, it's more of a it's going to have more grunt into loose material and stuff.
Anybody that's watching your video and has got involved in the agricultural side of things with the talk of weight transference to get traction to the ground. That's the whole idea of design of this type of framework. It allows, when you're digging in a heap and trying to break out of a heap, it forces the machine into the ground, so you actually get better traction to get your drive into the pile that you're trying to then break out of.
Cool.
So it just gives that better digging capability.
And I guess, you know, I like to ask an awkward question. So this machine then, in terms of sort of rough costs, where are we kind of looking at? I mean, this is a canopy machine, it's got the high lift arms, there's different options within this. Of course. But just as an idea against, you know, the telehandlers, etc. Of
course. Well, I mean, the machines that we're supplying, they all come with the LED lights. That you can see on there, and it's a full road homologated LED lights as well, Ollie. The work lights are all LED as well. And something like this, and again, it's, as you say, it's ballpark depending on what attachments you want with it as well. You can be looking at around 42 plus.
Okay.
Plus the VAT on this. So,
So actually, then competitive really against the telehandlers.
Yes.
The towable telehandlers. If you don't need that telescopic reach forward.
Yes.
Then this provides the grunt. Arguably maybe more suited to the rougher ground, etc. With the kind of tyres and the way that it articulates over ground as well.
And don't forget the visibility. If you're working in, you know, if you've got, for example, working on a fruit farm or something like that where you've got people walking about. This is potentially going to be a much safer solution because the operator can see much better around the product.
That's where I could see that fitting into a fleet, you know, the kind of work I do. That's a nice size, that. And that's the 250, isn't it, we're looking at there?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice machine. I'd like to see more of them in the UK. I'm
Yes,
sure you would too.
We would too.
Yeah.
We're certainly happy to help with that.
Yeah, of course. So then we're up to the larger end of the scale here.
Yeah, so this is the RT270, and it's pretty much, I like to think of it as a sister machine to the 250 I've just shown you.
Yes.
Key feature of this machine, it's got more horsepower. So you're going from 20 horsepower up to 50.
Okay.
And the reason we do that is because this machine is designed as a productivity machine between varying sites. So if you've got two locations where you've got people working and operating, this machine's got 30k road travel speed.
Yep.
So again, you can just nip to here, there and everywhere. If you're doing a lot of travelling with it, going into fields, picking up bales, that sort of thing, it just gives you that bit more response and time.
Yeah, nice cab. Plenty of room in here.
Yes.
Plenty of room for your feet.
Yeah.
Similar joystick actually to the telehandler we looked at.
It is the same joystick. Yeah.
How that works. And I like the fact you can open the door and
and you can latch it partly open as well if you just want a bit of ventilation.
Yes,
And the nice thing about it as well, Ollie, if you're working in dusty environments, you can shut the whole cab down.
Yes.
If you look by the right of the joystick there's a knob there that you can use, and that closes off the air circulation system. So then you just recirculate the air within the cabin.
Yeah, that's nice.
Keep the dust out.
It's nice. Yeah, it's got good room in here actually. This works. Yeah, it works well. It doesn't. You don't compromise on visibility particularly.
No.
And as you said earlier, when you're looking behind you, little details like fitting the wiper over to this side, means that you kind of look over your shoulder. Difficult to show on camera, but it's not looking at the wiper
sweeps where you want to look
that way. There's the wiper in the way. No, that's a neat little neat little machine. So really then the key with this one, a bit more power, but that's to gain that road speed. So
it does give you bonus in breakout and that sort of thing as well. Naturally you will get with the horsepower, but the key feature with this one is if someone wants to shuttle from site to site and road speed, travel speed is important to them, then this is a solution.
I think you've got to show people as well the little air filter
so again,
we found earlier.
One of the key things with Kubota is we're always, not only we do, we're confident in the product and give a 2-year, 2,000-hour warranty as standard. What we can show you in the machine, sorry, I'll just move this window out of the way.
Yeah, of course. So we basically, those obviously you don't know, we were having a conversation, weren't we, about
service
machine off camera, bit of serviceability, and I like to be able to say, well, you've got to get to the fan belt, and it's tight in here. Actually, when you look round this side, everything that you need day to day, if I close this door, is actually accessible. You've even got remote battery terminals, which really good idea that, and that comes on all the machines. I think that's good because the batteries, you've got to tuck them somewhere, right?
Yes, of course.
That's all good. Filters are all easy, but can you get to the fan belt? So the question was asked, and it turns out this is quite clever. Some designer has spent a lot of time on this.
Yes, as an engineer myself, I'm pretty impressed.
Look at
so obviously you need to get the air filter out and So all you do is slide this out,
lock it in
and then
place.
You can get the air filter out.
But you can also
get to the fan belt.
Gain access to your alternator and your fan belt tightening, which I thought was really clever. Something I think we've both learnt there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was something I wasn't aware of, and it's great. And again, all the service points are from ground level. Yep. So again, your air filter's not at the top of the back of the cab like you might find from some manufacturers. It's down there on the ground. Your fuel fill point's on the other side at the front chassis, so you can get to that.
Good.
Everything's on the ground. There's no working at height on this machine to maintain and service it.
It's a really nicely designed little sort of machine. All of this is all heavy duty, bit of cast iron, which helps with weight. It's good for protection.
Yeah.
You've got various tow hitch options. I'm surprised we don't see more in the UK.
Yeah.
I think probably we're too used to jumping straight for a telehandler, maybe.
Well, we can sum it up in word, Ollie. It's a Kubota.
Yeah, we still haven't seen that many of them here.
Yes.
To know. Maybe you could lend me one.
Absolutely. Yeah, not a problem.
Yes. Have a play. Well, thanks, Colin, for showing us around the range.
No problem.
It's been very impressive, really, to see these machines. Not something, I've seen a lot in Europe.
Yes.
But not so often in the UK. So nice that you guys are going to give us the option now to purchase these, and it'll be really interesting to see them out on site. So,
yeah.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.